Hello and welcome to Voicebites from Damn Good Voices. Today I'm joined by comic actor and voiceover artist Paul Dunphy. Hey, Paul.
Hi, Joel. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. So I wanted to talk to you because I know you have a home studio, and that's something that I don't have. I was wondering what is your advice for someone who is looking to create a home studio?
Well, for ages I didn't have one, and then it seemed prudent. But I'm like a freelance radio presenter, and I work at BBC. And I thought, what better way to waste the license payers' money than speak to one of the BBC sound engineers about what's the best way to build something at home? Because obviously you can't replicate like a radio studio, a voiceover studio at home. So I bought basically the BBC engineer a couple of beers and was like, what's the best way to dampen the space? What's the best microphone to use? Processing, all of that technical stuff there's one thing being a voiceover, but it's another world learning the engineering side of it and the technical side of it, so I basically, if you know anyone, my advice would be essentially, if you know anyone who's like a sound engineer, whether they work in music or radio, da-ding, then speak to them and they will hopefully, if you give them a couple of beers, pour their advice lovingly into your ears. And try not to, because like I say, it is another world. Try not to speak to voiceover friends because it's the engineering side of it you want. So try and get someone who's a techie, someone who's a bit of a sound geek.
Definitely.
That's what I'd say.
And what might work for someone might not work for you because they might have different standards as well. They might be like, oh, this is fine. I've got a rusty old setup here. Whereas for you, if you're wanting to be at the top of your game, then yeah, I think, like you said, talking to professionals, bribe them with beer.
Bribe them with beer, or if they don't drink, with a lovely basket of fruit. Or another thing as well, speak to producers who work with voiceovers as well, because they'll tell you the sort of thing they're looking for. So if you go, well, I'm just going to turn the processing up so it sounds like, really fat. I mean, don't do that. These are the settings you need.
Did you find it quite hard? Because you touched on a good point that we're voiceover artists, we're the talent, we haven't trained in engineering. So did you find the process fairly simple to learn?
No, it was
because you look like a pro right now.
Oh, thanks very much. The key is to fake it until you say, yeah. But no, it was a lot of back and forth. Like it was a lot of, does this sound right? Tweak. Does this sound right? Tweak. Does this sound right? And then in the end, I think I've got it because it seems to work. If you can fool someone like an engineer or a producer into thinking you're in some, lush LA voiceover booth when you're not, that's a good thing. Yeah,
that's a good sign. That's when you know you've made it.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, thanks for joining me again today, Paul. It's been great chatting to you, as always.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. And thank you guys for watching Voicebites. I'm Joel Wood, and you've been listening to the brilliant Paul Dunphy. You can check out his profile. It'll be linked down below. And come back next time. We've got plenty more where that came from. See you soon. Bye.